topic for tonight is maybe we should go completely herbal. So first of all, I'm going to introduce our panelists to all of you, or rather maybe they are going to introduce themselves. May you please introduce yourselves?
Thank you. Evening, everyone. I'm Nelson Popper from Divine Power Skincare.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Virginia Moyo from Simboti.
Evening, everyone. I'm Spilisiwe Zwanda from Simboti.
Thank you. So unfortunately, we only have the herbalists. We do not have the artificial medicine side. So first of all,
The debate won't be balanced.
don't worry. These are debaters.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yes. So first of all, may you please explain to us what your products do?
As Divine Power Skincare, we are a manufacturing company, but we also have a passion for beauty. So what we do, we have got organic products that are harnessed from the finest ingredients of local raw materials that are found in Zimbabwe and in Southern Africa as a whole. So we've got natural organic products that are paraben free, that are safe to use. They nourish and heal a lot of skin ailments that comprise of skin disease, what we call mafuse, pimples, spots, marks, rash, and a lot of skin ailments. So we've got antiseptic soaps that have got different properties, but all of them, they heal, they nourish, they remove and eradicate a lot of spots, and it's something that is would be unpleasant to your face. We also have creams. We also do tissue oils, which are good to body moisturizers. We also have hair products. We have hair fertilizer for hair growth or for hairline or hair loss. We also have scrubs. Mostly ladies are the ones who exfoliate their skins. We also have organic face powder. We also have restoring day cream, which is a cream that we apply during the day. We also have aloe vera toner that helps in balancing your skin pH and detoxifying your skin. So that's all about our products, but we also have a beauty spa. So these products, to someone with any problem with the skin or any skin ailment, sometimes they have to come to our beauty spa, which is located in Blair Rainbow Hotel, 6th floor. That's where we are. But you can as well get our products in major retail outlets: Greens, Choppies, Edgar's, and Jet.
Okay. Do you manufacture these products locally?
Yes, we are. As I said, we are a manufacturing company that does cosmetics, but our cosmetics is organic. The reason being, we found that a lot of people these days, they are loving random cosmetics that is just coming from outside Zimbabwe, but they've got a danger in due course of time because they cause cancer. Some of them, they are harsh. Most of them, they've got parabens. Some of them, they put stabilizers. But most of our ladies, they don't discover it now. But with time, we then realize that some of them, they'll be starting to have marks. Some of them, they'll be having problem skins, but they won't be aware of what they are using. So that's the range of cosmetics that we are doing. They are all safe, they are organic, and they are user-friendly.
Okay. What do you think is the future of herbal medicine in Africa?
As Africans, we have got all the local raw materials. We are blessed. We have got such a privilege to, if we can have means to produce them from nature. If you can only have means of making sure that you add value to our already existing natural raw materials, that will then benefit every individual.
Okay, we have means already. Okay, so since the topic for tonight is maybe we should go completely herbal, and by completely herbal I mean in all aspects of medicine. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes, I think so.
How?
because these products, they are safe, which means they don't have side effects. They are also affordable, unlike conventional medicines or prescription medicines. Because if you first go through a doctor, then he will consult you. There's consultation fee that you have to pay. But considering the current state of our economy, it's hard for someone with any problem with the body or the skin to then fork out that money for consultation. Then thereafter, you'll be prescribed to go to see the pharmacy. So from the pharmacy, obviously, you get that medicine that is not organic, that is not natural, which is prone to side effects. So I support the point that we should completely go herbal.
So, can you be able to answer for other herbal products such as this one, which are not only for skincare?
Yes.
Can you do that?
I can.
Okay. So, in this case, we are saying we want to cure cancer, we want to cure HIV, we want to cure like TB using herbal medicine and not the artificial ones. But we have seen those developments happening before, but somehow we have not completely evolved to herbalism, or somehow they've been stopped. What do you think we should do?
I think our government has to also play a role in facilitating these ways and financially supporting all herbal practitioners, so that they then develop certain documentaries for whichever plants they are using in manufacturing those herbal products.
Okay.
So that by so doing, it will then help everyone to then have more knowledge about the product, how it works, benefits of using it. If we can be allowed to have that initiative from the Ministry of Health and Child Welfare, I'm sure that will even help everyone.
But do you think we have the necessary technology or the necessary knowledge to go completely herbal as Africa?
The knowledge is there, but what is lacking is we don't trust ourselves.
Really?
Lack of confidence.
Okay.
Because as you can see, this is a good case study for Simbot. What they've managed to do, they are already an existing institution that sells and manufactures these organic products. Their products, they are really effective, but it has taken him so long to then be approved of his medicines, just because maybe some of our policies, they don't really support.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What long ago, before artificial medicine, we used to, as Africa, we used to use pure herbs, like we just take leaves or roots and use them. Why can't we go back to that and not this? Because this looks artificial in a way. Yeah.
Although I don't support it for a fact that it looks artificial.
Okay.
What we have to do, we have to cater for everyone. There are some people who are in rural areas. For them, it will be fine, because already that's where you can find those roots and everything. But someone in a urban area, it will be then hard for him. Say, for instance, you are feeling fever, you've got fever, to then look for that seed or that leaf, especially if you don't know.
Be in the pharmacy, like the new pharmacy.
That's why I'm saying, if our policies can be reviewed to then have some mixture of herbal products together with a mixture of that conventional medicines.
So this one is natural. You just if it's grinding, it's just grinding packaging. You don't add anything.
Yes, that's the meaning of
Even
organic.
the color.
Yes, even the color.
Okay.
That's the meaning of organic. If something is organic, it means it's 100% pure.
Okay.
Yes,
Nothing added.
nothing.
So you want to say something? I may ask you a question. Okay. So you just mentioned that Msimboti, it has developed. So what does your products cure all these products?
Okay, we've got a range of products. Like we have got Imbiza. Imbiza means a combination of herbs. Imbiza is for the whole body. When you come to us, you just say, I'm not feeling well.
Yes.
We don't say I've got this and that. Then we are going to give you the full kit that we call it Imbiza daily pack.
Yes.
Imbiza daily pack comes with the herbal drinks so that it goes fast in your system. It will be like an injection, which means within 30 minutes it will be in your bloodstream. So that's what we believe.
So you talked about detoxification.
Yes.
Do you also have products which cure cancer or HIV?
I will talk about cancer first. Yes, we do.
Wow.
Especially someone who comes to us first before they go to chemotherapy.
If they go to chemotherapy, your products cannot cure them.
Yeah, because their system will be
used to that.
and then it takes time, but we are not saying they must not come. They will come to boost the immune system. And then with HIV positive people, they come to us. Some of them, they are on out. We advise them to take their tablets, including the traditional medicine. What they do, they just take in intervals of 30 minutes or 1 hour so that it works together.
Serious?
Yeah.
Okay. So why is it that as good as your medicines are, they are not known in Zimbabwe?
Yeah, they are. I believe that people know about Msimboti.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that we are still marketing. As we are doing now, we are still marketing,
yes.
but we are also sending abroad our products.
Really?
People know. Now we are happy that what people now buy our products more and more.
Wow.
Yes.
So that's a step in the right direction.
Yes.
Okay. So coming back to you, there are other herbal products which are coming from China and also the other Western nations. My fear is that these other Western nations, they are going to like take over herbalism again. You see, the medicine, the artificial medicine that comes to Africa here is not as strong as the one there is that side. That's why you see us flying to China, to all the other nations to get medicine. So my fear is in this revolution, because I'm seeing it as a revolution already. In this revolution, the Western nations are going to be ahead of us again. And then we will see ourselves flying to China to get herbal medicine there. Yet, as Africans, this was like our original technology. What do you think we must do?
First of all, we have to strategize and come up with a working plan,
Okay.
which means some of the strategies that we use must then help us. The way we market our products must also come into effect, and also visibility of our products, as well as for people to know more about them, is when we've got necessary structures. Like if we always exhibit to functions where they are marketing products, or if we are also making use of digital marketing tools,
Okay.
those will also help us. It's very rare that most of us who are doing these herbals or organic stuff, they don't advertise well, so that they will just be well known in a small area.
Yes.
But out there, they won't be
Like
having much
we went to
influence.
Simbot too. Is it in Harare as well?
No, in Harare
You just
Same.
distribute the
Yeah.
products there.
but here in Blawayo we have gotten Msimboti at other shops like Choppies,
Okay.
Greens, and Liquor Hub.
Okay.
We do
Okay, you can go on.
So what is happening is lack of the right knowledge to then expose ourselves. But I'm quite happy with our company is Divine Pro. We've managed to come up with a website. So for someone who doesn't know much about Divine Pro Skincare, you can visit our website. That is www.divinepro.co.zw. That is where you can actually get all the information, and you can even go ahead and pay online. We are already doing that, but we are proudly local company that is here in Hawaii. Also, we've got managed to create 2 trade centers. We've got a center at Rainbow Hotel, 6th floor. That's where we are based. Also, if you go in Harare, you can visit us at New Ambassador Hotel along Kwame in 2nd, just opposite Parliament Building. That's where we are. So what we are doing online marketing. Already, we've done a distribution whereby people can come and acquire our products at a discount. Then they resell for their own profit. So we've managed to create employment. We've also managed to supply most retail outlets like Greens, Choppies, Edgar's, Jet, and some pharmacies. Already, if you go at Supernet Pharmacy, they are doing quite well. They sell our products, all the range of products they have. So that they will then have the best recommendation, especially in terms of skin-related problems or those ailments. They then help their clientele. They are now aware of our brand. So I'm sure if you can adopt the necessary marketing tools, it will then help us in being well known globally.
Okay. What do you think we've overlooked by adopting the artificial medicine from the herbs that we used to use? Why are we going back to our own herbs?
Okay, what happens with those products that are not our own, especially the ones that are coming from overseas? If you start using those products, not all of them, but most of them, you then have sometimes they might lack in the market. Most of the time they come as a wave. Then a lot of people, they'll be interested and want to try them. But with time, they might deplete. If not so, some of them, you won't be knowing which plants exactly did they use. So it's quite dangerous for someone to then use something that you don't know how it is made of. Things like the ingredients which they use, even though they claim that they are organic.
Yes.
Then some of the products, they might have side effects, but you won't be knowing of those side effects as long as you are told that they are herbal or they are organic. So it's an item we should also be keen to learn and educate ourselves to know more about which products to acquire and which ones not to acquire.
Okay. May you please just taste this? Just take one and pass it to the ladies as well. Just taste one. Just. You can just take one and then you eat it.
One is this.
Yeah. Looks like a plastic, right?
Mm.
Yeah. It's okay. everyone can
I
taste.
thought it's a
fine.
plastic.
You thought it was a plastic, right? You see, this is where artificial medicine is going. So in as much as we are saying we want to go herbal, they are also developing. Their technology is improving by the day. So do you actually see us overtaking that?
Yeah, it's obvious.
We are going to win.
Yeah, we will win. As long as we have this courage and this support, we always go there.
Okay. Can you just give us 2 things that we must do, like right now?
Right now.
Yeah, that we must start doing. You talked about advertising, right? Yes. And what else? More awareness. But are you not also facing resistance from people generally? Are they accepting this herbal medicine?
It depends on how you are doing it. If you do it well, people, they always have different views of herbals. So what we need to do is to do more awareness campaigns, programs like educating people on the benefits of using these products. With time, they'll then copy.
Okay. Now I open the floor to everyone else. You have heard what we've been discussing. What do you have to say? Yes.
Okay, since the center of the debate is should we fully go herbal,
Yes.
I don't think we are in a position to go fully herbal. Although I also don't think we are in a position of relying solely on synthetic medicine or processed medicine, right? I think these two should coexist and they supplement each other. Why do I say so? Modern medicine can help you. Let's say you have a certain ailment that you want treated. The dosage can tell you, okay, you're going to be healed in this particular time frame or in this period. But when it comes to herbal medicine, there is little research that has been done to say that no, if you want your cancer or if you want your tuberculosis to end within 3 months, we can end it within 3 months as long as you afford. They will tell you that no, we have a course, a 6-year course that you have to complete. If you default, it doesn't work on you anymore. That's the problem. And when it doesn't work on you anymore, then what other herb will supersede that one? If you default your TB tablets right now, we know we have class 2 tablets. We know you have class 3 if you default your class 1 or class 2. But then how about your medicine? Maybe you probably have your aloe vera that you drink and then you default and it doesn't work. Which other herb will then supplement the strength that the aloe vera has? So I think those particular loopholes that still exist do not allow us to go completely herbal. And I think that at the moment, the herbal that we have supplements, it does not completely eradicate. And I think that there are certain diseases that occur or that happen or that certain infections that we have that are caused because of certain chemical reactions that have occurred. So I don't think that in this particular instance, herbs then work when you have a chemical accident of probably you've consumed ammonia or something like that. Something which is completely synthetic, which is not related to herbs. And then, but you then want to use herbs to treat it or cure it. I think those particular complications are the ones that limit us from reaching such a utopia.
What do you have to say?
I support the point that he has raised, that little research has been made concerning herbals, but also the fact that if you can be allowed or be helped financially by the government, that would then help us, especially this Minister of Health and Child Care. If they can then accept such policies whereby we use herbals as part of medicines, especially in pharmacies. It's high time that you see most of people these days, especially those that are not feeling well, they just go to the pharmacy just after coming from the doctor. So those must work together. I support the point.
Okay.
Yeah, but with time, it will then surpass. If necessary documentation or more research has been made, I'm sure we'll reach that level.
Okay. So also from my own research, where this whole we should go herbal thing is coming from, especially from the herbal doctors, what they are saying is they want to go completely herbal. Why? Because there are some diseases. These are not conspiracies. High-level doctors are going to help me on that. They're saying there are some diseases that are believed to have been manufactured, like HIV, like cancer. They are like money-making schemes. So that's why Africa, we are saying, let's go back to using our own herbs to cure those things and not rely on the medicine that you'll be given by the same people who are believed to have manufactured the diseases. These are conspiracies. Okay.
Yeah, it's true. I've heard a lot of that. But I've got an interesting question, like for herbalism. Like, how do I separate it from spiritualism, because like
Yeah.
the first thing which like comes to my mind when somebody says,
Yes.
you know, organic medicine or something like that, I'm just thinking there's a nyanga somewhere, you know, somebody who's doing something. In fact, that's like a question I can ask. How do you come up with these recipes? Who like teaches you that?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. And thanks for asking. It doesn't really mean there's a herbalist behind it.
Herbalist. Herbalist.
A nyanga.
Let's say herbalist.
A nyanga behind him.
Like in my case, I will answer for my case. I've always been having passion for beauty, but as I was growing up, I then realized that most of the things that people are using these days, you see that if they are creams, whether they are soaps, whether they are oils, anything for the body, most of them they just come as a wave. Is the way they market those products. The trends, they are so fast. So I then had to do a research and come out with a conclusion that most of those people who are using the very products, those that have got parabens, those products that have got chemicals, that have got stabilizers, alcohol, acids, they then have severe side effects. But by managing to come up with these products, you can easily see that they have absolutely no side effects. But doesn't mean I'm a herbalist, but I have been having passion for beauty.
And then also like, why is so expensive? Because you were saying everything's 100% Africa, what, but then you go to the shop, you find a product from China, it's more cheaper than our own products here.
What normally happens is the blending cost of production of producing this, especially if you are here in Zim, most of the raw materials you won't get them for free, even though they are there in abundance in the bushes. But you have to assign someone to then look for them. So what happens is Divine Pro, our company, we've got what we call a social responsibility. We work with the rural community. Those are the people who then go and look for raw materials for us. But the fun part is that those are also underprivileged. So they need something to then make ends meet. So obviously they charge us by so doing. Then before we could even have a finished product, we could also incur a lot of costs. You need to have the right package. You also need to make sure that we have got all the logos, everything, then cost. So if you see our products from the shops, they'll then put a markup from the price that you gave them before. So it will end up going up. But in the near future, these products must be affordable to everyone.
Okay, on the idea of side effects and how these are more 100% organic, I want to give an example of, I need to be corrected, but I want to give an example of 100% juice, right? If you make your juice at home, my lemon juice or my orange juice, and I leave it in my cup for 3 days, it will go bad. But my 100% juice that I buy from Symbody goes 6 months without perishing on the shelf. It simply means there are chemicals that have been put already that will slow up the rate of decay, that will preserve it for a very long time. Don't you think that at the end of the day, in as much as they want to say it's 100% organic, already they've put some synthetic material that make it so unnatural? Because it's unnatural for something to go 6 months without rotting. That's the truth. So if I make my juice and it rots in 3 days, but Msimboti's 100% juice does not rot for 6 months in choppies, is it natural?
Are you going to take that?
I'm sure they will.
Tell us.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Okay.
We have got some other herbs that we plant ourselves, that we use them to put back, they used to put into a mayo so that it stay long.
Okay.
Yeah, we have got herbs like that. I think we must come
Oh,
and
they have
see
herbs
the
for that.
process.
Wow, that's amazing. What do you
I've
think?
seen recipes that it is.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. Yes.
On Simboti, may I ask, do you have like clinics and pharmacies? You have got a pharmacist, a doctor. Then on your side, what do you have? Whom do you have? When you are having problems, go there and you say, no, go and see this person. He's the one who knows everything, who knows all the ailments. Then on you, what do you have? Who do you have?
We've got Mr. Zamania, he's the owner. So for every problems that are like cancer, like babies and some other problems, you go to Mr. Zamania. You come to our pharmacy, then you explain whatever you have, and then you go to Mr. Zamania.
To add on that one, like if you are suffering from maybe eye problems,
Okay.
then who do you go to? Because right now, when you go to these clinics, they will tell you if it's this type of, if this eye is reddish like this, or it's maybe it's not even red, we are prescribing you with this medicine. But on your side, how do you prescribe?
On our side, people come with a problem of eyes. We have got two different eye drops, whereby there is a one that you start with, and then you explain yourself how does it go, how are you feeling. Then we know. We have trained about 3 ladies that they know, even if Mr. Zmunya is not in, they know about the conditions. So you can always come with your problem. With the eye drop, it's very fast to work. Even within 30 minutes or 10 minutes, you will see the changes. Even if you can't read like small words, or you can't read at night, we put you there and you see yourself.
Okay. Yes.
Do you guys have like a lab where you take your product to test the balance of ingredients and nutrition?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Anyone else?
So like maybe like in connection with like what is asking. So all your products are certified by the Standard Association of Zimbabwe. They're all certified.
Yes, that one, I think more information about that one we have to ask Mr. Zimmerman. But we are registered and all products are good and no side effects.
Yes.
Okay, I do, and I've made a research on Sympathy. I know that it's Mr. Zmuni. He's a qualified physician and a herbalist of some sort. And I upload his credentials. But now my problem is then if he's not around, are the rest of the people as qualified as he is? Because if you go to a surgery, you know that there is a person who specifically deals with your eyes. If you go to UBH and you have a tooth problem, they will not give you a doctor who specializes with pancreatic infections.
Okay.
They will give you a dentist. But so if he's not around, do they have specialists who are qualified and trained for that particular ailment of saying, all right, you have a tooth problem. There is a dentist that we have who knows particular herbs in relation to dental care? Or it's just people who have been semi-skilled who came and then he trained them and say, no, if someone is affected, if they're suffering from a dental, or if they're having a dental problem, you just give them 1, 2, 3. If it's like this, if it's like this, is it a semi-skilled thing, or they are qualified and certified personnel other than him? Because I've read his profile. He's a genius. maybe that's an understatement to describe the man. He's a genius, right? But the rest of the personnel is where my concern lies, because is everyone as good as him? Because we don't pick, you don't find two of those guys in medical school that are like Mr. Zimuni. You only find one of him.
Okay.
That's why he was able to start that. And then the reason why we stick to the medical side or synthetic is because we have people that have decided to specialize in a particular. We have people that decide to specialize in eye problems, and they are professors in eye problems. We have people that decide to specialize on your bones, and if you have arthritis or anything else like that is related to your bones, they are specialists. We have people that decide to be specialists with women and diseases that are associated with women and the sexual reproductive system of women, and they're specialized with men and stuff like that. But within Simbot, we have one particular genius who then assists him, who is the specialist behind, so that we can trust the herbal medicine the same way we trust the rest of the medicine.
Wow. Do you want to say that?
You will come into
Okay. Do you have something to say concerning that?
I'm sure.
It applies with everything else, because even with your skin tone, we have specialists that deal with, because there are people who are allergic to aloe vera, and your soap has got aloe vera, and your Buchi spa, probably you massage that person and then they react to aloe vera. Then what do you do then that will then neutralize the particular reaction? Do you have specialists that deal with things like that?
Yeah, we have specialists.
Okay.
Really.
I think it seems like we still have a very long way to go. And seeing us having herbal schools, if we are really serious about going herbal, it's Africa. Okay. So I think the debate is just that we need more and more and more sessions until we get there. What do you have to say? Does anyone have something to say?
On Simbot, do you think it's possible going completely herbal? Let me just put it maybe on a time frame. On 2030, do you think it's possible for you?
Yes.
Then, if it's possible, right now, how many outlets do you have in there? So that, because we are just around maybe 14, 16 million, something like that in the population. As for your shops or manufacturing shops, how many manufacturing shops do you have? How many outlets do you have? In Zimbabwe.
answer that one because there so many things that you have to answer about.
For him, sir. Okay, hopefully we have him on the next debate.
Yes, you come
You should come to
And on your side again, is it possible on 2030 that will be all of us will be using this soap at maybe suppose you are using dollar, US dollar. On 2030 we'll be buying it maybe at 50 cents or dollar. Do you think it's possible to reach that target?
Yeah, it is possible. Already we have the soaps that we are supplying, they are more than 20 countrywide. So we've managed to supply Edgar's shops. I know that Edgar's have got more outlets throughout Zimbabwe, and right now they are still redistributing some of our products to those centers which they thought they are A1 stores. Then Jet also copied the same. Jet have got, I'm sure they've got more than 24 outlets nationwide. So most of them, they sell our products already, and the people are beginning to know more about Divine Pro. Without touching greens and choppies, those two, Edgar's and Jet, they are like A1 stores. If you can,
The expensive one.
in beauty.
But basically when you get into Edgar's and Jets, you are thinking about clothes.
Even expensive. When you are in there, the atmosphere, you are looking at something, buying suppose you are buying a trouser, you're looking at 1,000. Then now there is a soap again. This
In that
soap.
same
And
shop.
in that same shop, you you feel uncomfortable, and you obviously think this shop, this soap,
It's too expensive.
so why don't you actually, or maybe that's the crate of your shop, why don't you distribute to these low shops?
Yeah.
Oh, they are not affordable.
No, they are affordable. Already we are catering for all the classes. We know that in Zimbabwe we've got the low income earners, we've got civil servants, then we don't have the mid to income earners. We only have the high elite, or those that are making ends meet. So it's very unfortunate that in Zimbabwe we are missing that part. But already we supply our products to green shops, Choppies shops. Almost everyone can go to Choppies, and the prices are quite low. Then to those that who can afford, they can go to Jet, especially those who've got accounts, Jet and Edgar's. They can buy our products using their accounts, not using cash or swiping. Then they will pay over 6 months, which is quite better for someone who doesn't owe any much. So that's what we are doing. But we've increased the convenience of getting our products wherever you are in Zimbabwe. Whether in Mashingo, there's Jet Mashingo, you can get our product from there. Whether in Vic Falls, you can get our products from Jet Vic Falls. We are in Mutare, there's Choppies in Mutare, there's Edgar's, there's Jet as well. So anytime soon, we'll be going to those places that are a bit far from the reach of our towns.
Okay. Anyone else with something to say? You want to be done? Okay. I just discovered we still have a long way to go. But before we talk about herbal classes, I think the first step is to market what we have. Awareness out there. People must know what is happening. Why are we going herbal? Which herbal products are we manufacturing here in Zimbabwe? Should believe, trust me, most people, they don't even know about these symbols. They don't even know about these herbal soaps. We're still thinking artificial, and the artificial technology is not even stopping. They are moving by the day. So I think the first thing is to market what we have. So what we'll do is, obviously we are going to post our video on social media so that we have people knowing what's going on. And this is just part 1 of the debates. We are hoping to have maybe part 9, part 10, up until we see that Africa is now going herbal. Everyone is now aware, and we are now using the necessary technology and the necessary skills to do so. So first is marketing, am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes. What else do you think? This is like the first stage.
Also awareness programs or awareness campaigns, then help us. Just like the way you met me.
Yes.
You know
it
what?
was actually outside Choppies, right?
Yes.
The temple advertising.
So it will then help us to have a much influence by the day. Also, what we've managed to do, whenever there's trade fair, we always go there. I know there are a lot of foreign guys who are coming to exhibit their products. From there, you can exchange contacts, exchange ideas.
But isn't that the foreign market is consuming these products more than us here in Zimbabwe? They are. It's still because of awareness.
Yes.
And also maybe fear. You know, people trust artificial medicine. We trust that.
Yeah.
It's expensive. How much is this soap, by the way?
Tell us.
This one
I was
is-
about to ask that. Really, we were saying expensive. Maybe tell us the prices.
How much
And
is
the
this?
soaps are $60.
60 bonds. Yes, and Gesha is how much?
40.
40
How
bonds.
long does it take, like, that one soap? So,
About 3 months.
Depends
No,
on
but
usage,
that's
eh?
Yeah, normally your usage, in the family, maybe 4, 5, 6.
It depends whether
Your
Then
But also, but
whether you're
also-
applying it to your face only, you're using it for the face only, it can take 3 months. Because in a normal family setup, there's no soap which lasts 3
But
months.
you should also consider that this is in Zimbabwe and these things are being manufactured. They're being manufactured locally. You know, our products here that we manufacture here are expensive than the ones that we import.
That's why we are currently having more imports than locally made.
Yes, because
products.
it's cheaper.
They are cheaper out there and they are dangerous to us. We don't see that. We just rush for anything that is affordable.
Yes.
But with time, you then realize that if I was using these creams that are made using our raw baobab powder that we get from one. Yeah, so that's what is happening. So you still need to do more campaigns, educate people about benefits of supporting our own and completely use organic products that doesn't have side effects, is opposed to any product that have got parabens, that have got stabilizers, chemicals, things like acids.
Okay.
On that one again, are your product, if I'm to buy your product outside the country, suppose they are in Botswana, won't I buy them cheaper than the side? Because there was at one stage whereby we were buying a soil coming from Zimbabwe. It was better for us to buy in Botswana than buying in Zimbabwe. So are your products stable even outside? Because suppose if I want to drink like the Simbot one for 20 rand. In South Africa, would I get it for 10 rand?
No, 20 rand. It's the same price.
It's, okay, 20 rand here, 20 rand that side.
I'm sure it only depends with our rates as a country.
Yeah.
The way we rate money, you see even the way we rate US dollars to bond is completely different with the way they rate rand to bond. So that's then make those difference. But with our products, the price remains the same.
Okay.
Whether I'm buying rand in SA, it will also be the same with bond this side.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Any yes?
Okay, next question. Like, do you have any policies that secure your products to avoid like the fake products, like maybe Simbot? Do you have any policies that secure the products?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
I've got a question about the enlargement of sex organs. Is it Simbot or what? So it gives an impression that there's inyanga behind. So I just wanted to know if you have got such.
No, we don't believe in that because as Zimbabweans there was no such thing. We believe that ladies must take the herbs to control their bodies. Like after bed, they have to take Ontolwane because as a man you can't reach them. You can enlarge up to I don't know, but you can't beat the ladies. So we believe that
the ladies.
That is contextual.
Yes, that is natural. So we believe that after birth they take Ontolwane, Mgugudu, and Amarula bats, that one Mgano, so that their bodies come back again. So that's what we
So it shrinks. Is that what you mean?
yeah, it's natural.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's the idea. All right. So do these things actually work?
Yes, they do.
They work. The whole enlargement thing.
No, enlargement. We don't believe with the enlargement thing.
Okay, because I'm just asking also, like what my brother said here, that the whole enlargement thing seems like a fantasy being sold to people, like some black magic which is done so that the thing grows. So if it's a chemistry organic thing, it's also good for you to share and come out in the open. Okay, it works.
There is Green World. Unfortunately, they couldn't join us, but they're in this floor.
They're also in the business of
Those
enlarging.
ones, they do enlargement. But then they are getting their herbs from China.
Okay.
Those ones are coming from China. So you are saying you don't believe in that. Yes.
I have a question. So like we know with synthetic medicine that at times it's been abused even by practitioners, the doctors themselves. Then maybe they perform stuff like abortions and stuff which is not legal. So even when you come to your natural medicines, do you have any safeguards against, people who, or do you have some herbalists or something who abuse and then they, maybe that tablet's for abortion or something like that. I don't know. Do you have safeguards against such things?
As in symbol to what we have, every herb that we have, you can take it even if you are pregnant, even 1 month or 1 week, every product. Even if you want to take for abortion, it will not work because what we have doesn't do that.
Even if I take in excess.
Yes.
That's good.
On this one, on excess, he has brought that excess. Is there any excess of taking your herbs? Suppose I'm just seeing the tablets there.
And
If
I
just
take all of them.
If I just
Will I
take
die like that?
the pack, if I just take the whole
The Vuga tablets.
We use ukezo, what we call ukezo.
Yeah.
Is spoon, the tablespoon. So now we are putting in capsules. It will be like a half teaspoon. So I want you to take bit by bit. You can even take the 10 capsules at one time. No side effects, no problem.
Okay. Yes, you wanted to say something?
It was an in the moment thing, but well, yeah, there's this thing about quantities, quantifying to say, okay, this is 1 capsule, 2 capsules. So you're saying there's no possibility of overdosing?
No overdose.
Okay.
Wow.
As I just believe.
You can take it all within a day.
These ones.
Yeah. Even that dollar one.
Serious? Wow.
And you know what?
You can drink all
Especially
of
the
it.
one which you said, that one for.
It's the one that he wanted. What
This
does
one.
this one
And
do?
this one.
Yeah. What does that one do?
Okay, I'll confess this, right? If you take ginger the whole day, nothing will happen to you. So ginger is a herb, eh? I usually take ginger for several things. Like for instance, it's good if you have a tummy ache. It's good if maybe you're having a headache. It's also good. It's more like what can I say? It gives you a boost, like an energy drink. So ginger works in several ways. So yeah, if you take a lot of ginger, nothing happens to you because it's organic. So probably the same principle applies to the herbal goods, I think.
Okay.
Although if you take garlic in excess, someone can smell it off your skin, literally. You'll be smelling garlic.
Wow.
You turn into a garlic person.
Anything else? Yes.
Maybe lastly from my side, I just want to ask, so this is just all medicine. Does anyone maybe explore stuff like foods? At times I look at people, vendors selling veal, selling papa, selling what, and I'm like, can't this be processed? I'm busy buying jams from fruits in Europe, stuff you don't know. But are you also maybe looking onto that side as well of foods?
Yes, we do, but we must have to have plants so that we can process. We can process from roots to herbal drinks, from roots to ointment and some other stuff. We were not using seeds at the moment. We're not using. I think as time goes on, we are going to
Research uses it. Okay. Anything else from this side? Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. This whole thing about going herbal, it will not be possible. It will not happen up until we mass produce like China. Because if you think about it, China can mass produce, put something on a ship for 3 months, and it will still be cheaper than Zimbabwe. Why? Because we're not mass producing. And mass production will not be possible, like the gentleman said on the extreme right, that we need investment. We need leaders who are going to buy into the vision that we need to go herbal. Herbal is more healthier. Despite that, currently, because of our currency or currencies, it's more expensive to produce in Zim. So we need a way to cut the production costs. And it also goes to say that the guys who are manufacturing also they need to employ engineers, like our hostess here. She's an industrial engineer and is capable of optimizing your processes so that you can mass produce, or you can produce what you call lean production. Reduce costs, maximize on the output. So you have cheaper products, more happier clients who can actually afford what you are selling. Just my thoughts.
Yeah. So I really going to say that about, yeah. And it's a good one. Okay. So anything else that you want to say before we close? To Zimbabwe, of course. Africa.
I will advise people to use more herbs because they are like food.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a lot of thanks.
Okay.
Special come first to you
Thank you.
for this platform. It's quite needful for us to have more of this. It will then enlighten us. And it's also a warm welcome to everyone. Just come to Divine Pro, get your products that are organic, always come in support, and you won't come out the same.
Okay. So I'm actually just thank you so much for coming, and the movement is just begun. And thank you everyone for attending and sharing your thoughts as well. Thank you. So just as a suggestion, I'm thinking maybe if we do the herbal debate after every 2 debates, maybe until we reach where we really want to reach. So now I'll schedule it for next week part 1. After every 2 weeks we have a herbal debate. So the next one I'm expecting to have more herbal people and also the pharmacists, the doctors and the nurses. Thank you so much. Anything else?
Yeah, to add on this one, since you will be advertising their products,
Yes.
is it not possible before we start, they just tell us on the camera,
Yes.
this is for this,
Yes.
this is for maybe cancer or whatever, so that when you send the video to social media,
Yes.
everyone will see that
Okay.
this is used for this.
Okay.
Now I'm having this element, which means if I go to somebody
And get this.
and get this, I'll be fine.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So next time maybe when you come, don't be in a rush. Because today they just said they're here for up to 7. So we didn't really have time. So next time we start by doing that and then we produce our videos like that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've had drink guys.